I'll tell you what, one team that was not controversial, that we knew was going to be in there today, is Dan Hurley's Rhode Island Rams out of the Atlantic 10. Got the automatic bid, won the championship. This was a bubble team just a few days ago. We go to our Atlantic 10 insider, Chris DiSano, who's in the ocean state of Rhode Island. Chris, this goes from a bubble team to, is this a club that could win some games in the field of 68?
Yeah, this is a very dangerous team. As we know, they beat Cincinnati on a neutral floor earlier this season, and they're coming together at the right time. They're finally healthy. After a February wake-up call, they have won 8 straight games, including the 3 that they just won in the tournament. In the Atlantic 10 tournament, they trailed for a grand total of 43 seconds the entire time, in quarterfinal victories over St. Bonaventure, semis over Davidson, and then the championship over a very good VCU program, which, as we know, is also in this tournament. They're led by E.C. Matthews from the outside, who is a dynamic scorer, and Hassan Martin on the insider, who patrols the paint. About 14 points, 7 boards a game, and 2.67 blocks each contest, which led the Atlantic 10. Defensive Player of the Year. This is a tough, tested, and veteran team.
Well, they've got a tough matchup with Creighton, who averages 83 points per game. I mean, how are they going to slow that attack down? Do they have the veteran know-how to get that done?
That's a great question. And this Rhode Island team was the best defensive team in the Atlantic 10. They led the league in scoring defense, field goal percentage defense, three-point field goal percentage defense as well. They're a very physical team. They're going to come at you, and they're really going to try to disrupt your ignition switch on the perimeter. It's going to be a good one.
Thanks so much, Chris. We'll get back to you soon. We're going to head now to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Everything you need to know about the Midwest is our guy, Mark Ewing, and he's going to break it down for us. Mark, what do you think about these Creighton Blue Jays? Good showing in New York City during the Big East tournament. How do they match up against Rhode Island?
No, I think you're right. The Creighton program is on an uptick. They've been a bit of a vulnerable situation this year, but they did play for the Big East championship team against Villanova, who just happens to be the #1 overall seed. Well, they're 18-1 at one point, and a guy by the name of Maurice Watson injured his knee, and now they're 25-9, so the math is pretty easy to do. Marcus Foster has lifted his game. He's averaging 18.3 points per ball game. But the guy I really like, the 7-foot center, his name is Justin Patton. He has 71 dunks on the year, and that has contributed to it. It was 69% field goal shooting. I also like Kyrie Thomas. He's the Big East Defensive Player of the Year. So at least on paper, this Creighton team looks pretty good, and they've got Greg McDermott. But it's time for the Blue Jays to make some noise in the NCAA tournament. Can they do it against a Rhode Island team that is playing its best basketball of the year?
Yeah, I like the big guys. I got to talk more about Patton, a 7-foot freshman. I mean, is he going to be able to patrol that middle and cut off the inside attack by Matthews and Martin?
Well, it is interesting that it is the year of the freshmen in the NCAA tournament. You're going to hear from a lot of freshmen this year. It's good to be naive when you're a freshman, but as you know, by the end of the year, your freshman year is over. You're a veteran, and Patton, who has played very well of late, could be a difference maker in this Rhode Island-Creighton matchup.